In the 5 elements linking form of Xingyi Quan, we now want to learn how to chain the solo forms of the 5 elements together and combine them into one continuous movement flow. Starting off from Santi posture, in this phase of your practice, you want to learn how to chain the movements together, and therefore you exaggerate the movements just a little bit. So arriving in Pi Chuan, we withdraw the energy to move forward in Zhuan. We continue with Bong Chuan before we draw back the energy, sit back on the rear leg, and move into the diagonal, into Pao Chuan, and later Heng Chuan, before finishing off with another Pi Chuan. The linking form moves in both directions, so we toe in to change the direction with another Pi Chuan. From here, it starts again. Element number 1, Pi Chuan, striking forward and down. We then withdraw the energy to move again forward into Zhuan Chuan. We lower the front fist to strike forward with Bong. We draw back one more time, sit back on the rear leg, strike into the diagonal with Pao Chuan, and pivot once more to arrive in Heng, before finishing with Pi, toeing in and turning for one more Pi Chuan to arrive in the final position and finishing the linking form in Santi posture. Now, taking a look at the same form from the front view, we can see that the most important thing at this stage of your practice is that you want to move straight forward on the center line. So after withdrawing here and rotating around your central axis, you move straight forward on center line, both with Pi Chuan and Zhuan Chuan, followed by Bong Chuan, always moving on center line, drawing back on center line, and only now you change and you move into the diagonal with Pao Chuan and Heng Chuan to finish off back on center line with Pi Chuan. Taking a look at the same movements from an even closer range, one more time, focusing on the aspect of the center, moving forward with Pi, drawing back and piercing forward one more time with Zhuan Chuan, before lowering the front fist into Bong Chuan, drawing back, sitting on your rear leg, and moving into the diagonal with Pao and Heng Chuan, before finishing off with another Pi. When we take a look at the same form one more time from the side view, we can now focus once more on the exaggeration of the force vectors. So Pi Chuan is moving forward with an energy that moves forward and down. From here we withdraw that incoming energy, pierce forward one more time, and with Zhuan we move forward and up. Now we let our front hand sink to strike straight forward, drawing back and striking forward and into the diagonal with Pao Chuan, and on the horizontal line with Heng Chuan, before finishing off with another Pi. One more time, the same movement from the side view and from a closer distance, focusing on the arm movement only. Drawing back, both hands close, and strike forward with Pi Chuan. Piercing forward with the fingertips, grabbing, pulling back, and striking forward and up with Zhuan. Lowering the fist, always crossing at the wrist with Bong Chuan, withdrawing, striking into the diagonal with Pao Chuan, and later diagonal horizontally with Heng Chuan, and finishing with another Pi Chuan. Now let's take a look at the full form one more time in regular speed. Remember that at this stage of your learning process, you should physically exaggerate or overdo the movements just a little bit to get a better understanding of how the movements link and chain together, and from where they draw their energy. In later stages of your practice, we will further reduce the exaggerated movements to make the form tighter and more precise. Through a better timing and better overall coordination, we will slowly develop more speed, more accuracy, and more power in this 5 elements linking form of our Hebei Xingyi Quan system. Enjoy your practice.